Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of El Local Podcast 831. I am your host, Eddie Gonzalez, and today I have none other than DJ Sardine in the house. What's up?
What is up?
How's it going?
Good to be here. Excited.
Yeah? Is this your first podcast or first kind of interview of this nature?
Yeah, I've done on just typing interviews, but never actually talking. So
Okay. So this is
first
new.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm thankful that we're able to get this session together because I know we had to reschedule a couple times.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. So, DJ Sardine, you are a local DJ,
I am.
born and raised in Watsonville. And so I kind of want to get into a little bit of who you are, what kind of got you into going the DJ route, but also where you see yourself going kind of with this career.
Okay.
And so let's get into born and raised in Watsonville. Give me a little bit of your background growing up here in Watsonville and kind of where you went to school and kind of your upbringing
Yeah.
in this area.
So I was actually born in Gilroy.
Okay.
My dad's from Gilroy and my mom's from here, Watsonville. But I only lived there for a few months before we moved here. So yeah, born and raised here, I say.
Okay.
And I went to Green Valley Christian School
Okay.
in Monte Vista. I did band over there and stuff. I've always been super into music. And my dad's also a DJ, so that's kind of probably the main reason why I got into it. And both of my parents come from musical backgrounds too. Like my mom used to be a rapper and stuff,
Oh,
and
okay.
my dad would make beats, and they were both super into hip hop and just music in general. So I was always surrounded by it
Yeah.
growing up. So
So the music gene runs in the family.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. And so when you were growing up and you kind of got exposed to music, obviously early on, at what point were you just like, this is something that I want to maybe do with my life?
Yeah. Honestly, when I was a kid, I really loved playing Guitar Hero. I don't know if you ever
Oh,
played
yeah.
that. Yeah. I don't know. That just, I kind of wanted to be in a band or something, playing drums, playing guitar, just
And-
performing. That, I don't know. That was just something that I was always drawn to. And it wasn't until 2020, I'd say, I started picking up DJing just for fun. And then I got really into it. So
Seems like 2020 is the year where people started
Yeah,
picking up
for a
on
lot of
things
people.
the COVID year where everyone
Yeah.
picked something up.
yeah.
What were your instruments that you kind of started messing around with and kind of got gravitated towards?
I would say, well, the first one I learned was bass guitar. And that was fun. And then my sister played guitar too, so I kind of learned that from her. And then I got a drum set, and that's when I feel like that was my favorite one for sure.
The drum set?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just learning all the songs off Guitar Hero and stuff. And I just got really into rock music, and yeah, I wanted to be in a band. And
Nice.
that never really happened, but we'll see. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes things take a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
you never know when something might happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So Guitar Hero kind of, I guess you would say, piqued your interest and kind of made you fall in love more, right? Because you
Yeah.
get that little guitar. I get it. I remember, I've never been good with instruments, so for me, when the guitar band came out and they had the mic, I'm the guy with the mic.
yeah.
But 2020 kind of happens and everyone's kind of locked in, right? So you start picking up DJing, and what is it that you need to be a DJ? I guess you could say.
Just a little controller. They have super beginner ones, and so the first one I started out with was tiny and just plugged into my laptop, and I mean it was really just for fun,
Yeah.
not really anything I was taking seriously at first. Yeah, until I honestly I don't even remember when I started really getting into it. I would say probably last year. Yeah, it's probably been about a year since I've been
Really.
playing
Okay.
out in Santa Cruz and stuff.
And out of when you started, what songs were you kind of just messing around with? Because the art of being a DJ is unique in the sense that gotta have like an ear for the music,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so, um, what music is like your go to kind of to like mess around with, or would you start messing around with first?
Definitely like rap, hip
Uh-huh.
hop, trap. Yeah. When I like first started, I think I was just doing basic top 40 like club stuff, just
Mm-hmm.
like for fun. Because I did always want to like play at parties and stuff, and that was just always something that I was like that seemed exciting to me
Mm-hmm.
when I was just getting started, was being able to play for other people.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like party, like club
Club hip
club
hop.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten like more into it and taking it more seriously, especially this past year, and like on my TikTok, my main focus has been on trap music, rap
Mm-hmm.
music, and like underground rap too.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've gotten, that's like where my main, at least for my followers, like
Mm-hmm.
what that community is like built around is underground like rap music.
Yeah. So what's your favorite group, I guess, rap song and group that you kind of
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I really love just the whole like Atlanta scene right now,
mm-hmm.
Atlanta trap music. So I love like Future, Young Thug, Playboy Cardi,
Mm-hmm.
and just all that.
Yeah. Um back in my day, gosh, that sounds kind of I'm not old, people, all right, but it was you had a Little John,
Yeah.
that's my ATL,
Okay. Okay.
you know years, Yin Yang Twins, you
Okay.
have
Yeah.
Usher, obviously, Ludacris, Outkast,
Yeah.
like that era of music was kind of my ATL era. um and so um what other inspirations have you taken? Because one of the things that I love as far as music goes, and I always tell people, like, you got to open up yourself to like more stuff, right?
Yeah. For
For
sure.
example, country music. Uh,
Um,
it's a hot take for a lot of people, but I never used to like country. Right? I was like,
yeah.
country music talk about like their dogs and their sisters or drink, like
Yeah.
all this like
Yeah.
hillbilly stuff. But then like I got into it, I'm like, oh, all right. So would you say like there's like a genre of music that is like almost like your guilty pleasure? Like I'll listen to this and kind of
Mm,
take inspiration.
I mean, honestly, that's funny you say that because country music is like the only thing that I really don't like. I really can't connect with.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm so open to it. Like, but no, I listen to everything, and I'm always trying to get into new genres and just play everything that I can
Mm-hmm.
whenever I can, and that's something that I've especially recently, now that I'm like comfortable playing in front of people and
Mm-hmm.
with on different types of equipment for different events and stuff. Like I just try to play everything that I can.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So 2020, and you're learning and you're messing around, and you said like the last year or so you kind of take it more serious, right? So what was your first gig that you did, like
my
putting?
first actual like time playing in front of other
Yeah.
people, it was my friends. She had like a friendsgiving
Mm-hmm.
slash birthday party with her friends just at her house, and I just played music and they really liked it. So that was
Did you have your whole setup and everything?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But it was just like in their living room, so it was
Uh-huh.
just like a laid back thing, but it was still really fun, and I just knew I wanted to do it again. So yeah, that was my first like in person thing, and
Mm-hmm.
then I started posting on TikTok and started like going live on there and playing in front of just people online.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't until last year that I started going to like these open deck nights at Motiv in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
So that's just how I would like kind of got into playing over there.
Okay. And you're playing in front of your friends, right? Friend's house in the living room. So you are kind of being exposed, right, in person, but it's still kind of almost like a controlled
Yeah,
setting,
yeah.
right?
Like it's not as like nerve wracking.
Yeah, yeah. Your first time being like in a more public set.
Okay, I think probably at Rosie's in Santa Cruz.
Uh huh.
That's where I, yeah. Because, like, even when I did the open deck nights, it's they do them on a Wednesday, so there's
Mm-hmm.
really not that many people there.
Yeah.
But yeah, playing on a weekend, it was at Rosie's. That's where I
Okay.
started learning, and yeah, no, but that was super fun too.
What
Like
was that like? Your first time there?
I remember I was so nervous like
Uh-huh.
before I went up there and stuff, and but once you start like and everyone's like, I don't know, you realize that people aren't really so concerned about you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're there for the music, and so that's just kind of the experience that I try to cultivate and focus on, is making
Mm-hmm.
sure that everyone's having a good time. And
Yeah.
it takes a lot of pressure off of me, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because people aren't there to necessarily see me, like they're
Mm-hmm.
there to listen to music and dance. So
Yeah. So you got to kind of like read the room and kind of see how the flow is going.
yeah, absolutely.
And it's kind of, how would you describe that? Like, you're out there, right? You, like you said, people are there for the music. So how do you like get the feel of like what the people want, what the people are into? Because, um, I mean, you're at a bar club like that. People start off, you know, they're sober, you know, but
Yeah,
as
yeah.
as they go on, you know, they got a little bit more to drink. So how do you like navigate, feel, getting that feel for that crowd throughout your set from the beginning to end?
Well, I usually like to start off with just like more chill stuff that people can just like kind of vibe to, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, like you said, they're just getting started, getting
Yeah.
drinks and stuff, so you don't want to play all the bangers immediately, but definitely just you can like feel people's energy, you know, in a room, and that's something that I think every DJ should be really responsive to seeing how people react to the
Mm-hmm.
songs that you play. And I mean, some you just got to take risks. Like sometimes you're gonna play something that people don't like, but you can always just change it. So
Mm-hmm.
like it's not that big of a deal, you
Yeah.
know.
And have you had those moments where like you play something, you're like, eh?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Because I've been there where like, all right, I'm, you know, having a good time, and all of a sudden like this song, like it's too slow. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not the vibe. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's you just got to change it. Like
mm-hmm.
it's no big deal, you know, but yeah, so that's what I don't know. I'm always trying to play new stuff, and you got to take risks, and sometimes they don't always hit, but
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. But sometimes they do, and
Mm-hmm.
when they do, it's worth it. So
And so when you're like mixing there, right? Do you, and let's say that happens, right? You get like a little bit hiccup and people are not vibing. So how quick is it, or how hard is it to like switch it up right away? Because sometimes, um, you record a little bit beforehand, right? You do a little. How does that work with the DJ? So you get there, is it live straight through?
yeah. I don't like pre-record
Mm-hmm.
anything. So it's you just have to load like there's two channels, and you
Mm-hmm.
load one song onto one, and then another onto the other. So you're playing this one, and then getting ready to mix it into this one,
Mm-hmm.
and then you know you just keep doing that. So
Yeah.
if I play a song that's not that good, I just gotta find a new one fast
Uh-huh.
and
And how,
switch it up.
and how do you know what songs to play? Like you have beforehand, you already kind of know what you're gonna play. Do you play a lot of the same stuff sometimes?
Yeah, I just have like a huge playlist. Sometimes I just organize it depending on what I'm feeling. You know, what
Mhm.
I honestly a lot of it is just based on what I like
Uh-huh.
personally, like my own personal taste, and like usually like to the week leading up to a set, I like listen to everything, and whatever like feels good, whatever I'm particularly enjoying,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sure to like throw it in.
Do you ever like beforehand kind of do a run through and do the whole set? You know,
I
beforehand.
used to, but now that I'm like, cause like I'll DJ for like 4 hours now, so
Mm-hmm.
that's just like way too much prep, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
there's not really any way that you would be able to like prepare to do a whole set that way, you know.
Yeah.
So I really just freestyle it now.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So you started up at Rosie's, and now you're at Motiv, right?
Yeah,
You're a resident at Motiv.
I am. Yeah.
Okay. So Motiv, I know there's a lot of old timers out there that I know. You guys know what's up, Motiv. Some good stories.
Yeah.
So how did you get that? How did you get that residency there at Motiv? Because Motiv is one of the, if not the hottest bar nightclub here in Santa Cruz County.
Yeah, I'd agree. Well, like I said, they have shout out Joey Aliotti. He's one of the DJs there. He
So fun fact, because I saw your
you know him?
post. Actually, I used to coach Joey.
Oh, actually?
So I was Joey's freshman football coach
Oh,
at
that's so
Aptos High.
funny.
So shout out to you, Joey, Coach Gonzalez, if you know what's up.
Dude, yeah, I went to elementary school with him
Uh-huh.
too, so it's all connected.
Yeah. So, but as you were saying,
Oh yeah, he started these open deck nights at
Uh-huh.
Motiv where anybody can just sign up and play half-hour slot, and so that's how I started, and
mm-hmm.
that was really because the equipment they have is like was nothing that I was ever used to. I had never played on it, so that's kind of how I got to learning to play on that stuff, and yeah, I just started playing those and. Let me see. What was the first actual night that I did? I believe it was like a week before Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he put me on a lineup for like a Friday, and it went really well. And so I just kept getting booked again. And
Nice.
so yeah,
Yeah, because like I said, like Motive is that place that like has always been that consistent. Like that's the it place.
yeah, for sure.
You know.
Especially like with the college kids and stuff.
Mhm.
Like that's the spot to be.
Yeah, yeah, man. I got some memories from Motive. So they're really fun ones, but
Yeah.
you know, you just reminisce, you think back. It's like, dang, you know. So, shout out to everyone that has ever gone to Motive with me. If you know, you know. Good times. But what's that like? Because you go from Rosie's and you're doing gigs, you do here and there, but now you're at Motive, and so what kind of pressure, I guess you would say, is that? You know, it being like I said, the it place in Santa Cruz County.
Yeah.
Is there pressure with that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially when I first started out,
Mhm.
like, just because I guess I wasn't super confident in, like, my ability to not only use that equipment, but to maintain, like, a crowd and everything. I think I just underestimated myself a lot in the beginning when I was starting out. But since then, like, I don't know, I really don't get as nervous as, like, there's, like, some nerves, but,
Mm-hmm.
like, I know I've done it before. And so now I feel like really confident going in.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was beginning, yeah, it was really nerve wracking, you know, like just nerves all day, like not
Mm-hmm.
being able to eat and stuff, and just like. But once you start going, like, I feel like it all goes away. Like
Yeah.
once you start playing and everyone's having a good time, and then
Yeah.
it just gets super fun.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Because I've seen some videos that you've posted and people have posted being there, and it's a good time. It looks like a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It almost feels like you get lost, right, in the crowd and the energy.
Yeah, for sure.
And at any point, where have you ever been just like you blink and it's over? Like, you know, you get so lost into like the mood, the energy, and everyone's vibe, the whole vibe, that like you don't remember the night because like you're just like,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's how I feel like every single time. Like,
uh-huh.
I don't know, I just always have like so much adrenaline, and every time I'm like done with the set, I'm just like ready for the next one,
Mhm.
you know? Like it's super I feel like I just kind of enter like a flow state where I'm
Mhm.
not really like I'm just locked in on what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm in the zone, so I'm just not really thinking about anything else.
Mhm.
And then once it's over, like I want to do it again, you know?
Nice, nice. I kind of want to get into your name,
Okay.
DJ Sardine. So when I first came across you, like I told you before this, you were at Buena Vista Brewery, and you were doing. It was like it was around Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and so I went out there, with my buddy, because he was selling, and I saw your set. You're out there. I'm like, okay, she plays some bangers, you know. Like, so I was vibing the entire time, and so I got your card and I saw DJ Sardine. Oh, okay, it's a unique name, you know. It's unique, you know. Not a lot of people are fan of sardines, the fish, you know. But where did that name come from?
So my real name is Sarah. And as a kid, I don't know, I just had a bunch of like little nicknames, Sara, Sarita, and it just kind of evolved into Sardine somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly couldn't tell you like the origins. I was a kid, you know, so But my family would just call me Sardine every once in a while, and yeah, that was just a nickname I always had. So that's just what I chose.
Yeah.
DJ Sardine.
DJ
Yeah.
Sardine. And how's the reception been for that name?
I mean, yeah, people always have the same question, like why Sardine? And honestly, now I don't. There's not really any reason besides the fact that it was like my nickname, you know. But I do like it. Like people are always curious about it, and I feel like it sticks with people, and that's pretty important to me. And it's definitely unique, you know. I don't know any other DJ Sardines, so
Yeah. So you coined it right away, and
yeah,
that's it. You just ran with it.
Yeah.
that is so cool. That is cool. And it's cool because your symbol is a fish too.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you think, sardine, you got a fish. That's just like the perfect like branding.
Yeah.
You know. So that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Who's been like in the DJ community, right? Because there's a lot of DJs. I mean, you got big names, celebrities. Who's been a DJ that you've looked up to, or even try to like mold yourself after?
Yeah.
Right. Take inspiration from.
I would say, so when I first like started learning how to DJ, I was also at the same time learning how to produce music, because originally that was the route that I wanted to take. I forgot to mention that I really wanted to be like a producer for rappers and make beats and stuff. And so there's a producer named Kenny Beats, who's also a DJ, that I would always watch. He would make tutorials on YouTube, and he's a big producer for a lot of rappers that I really loved. So I would say he was probably definitely a big influence on me getting into production and then also DJing too. But yeah, I think there's been so many DJs that I've looked up to, especially recently. I've just been going to a lot of like DJ sets with my friends and stuff, and I don't know, I try to take from every DJ that I see, because I feel like there's elements that you can be inspired by from everyone. So I don't know if there's specifically one besides the one that I mentioned, Kenny Beats. At least when I was like first getting started, he was definitely a big influence.
Yeah, and that's interesting because like you said, you try to take a little bit of what you see, right, from different people, different DJs, and apply that. And as far as like producing, have you done a little bit of that still around this time, like kind of producing other people and all that?
Yeah. So like when I first started, it was like I did it way more than DJing. Like that was, like I said, kind of what I mainly wanted to do. And so I would post it on TikTok and stuff. But I just found, I don't know, to really find growth on TikTok, you have to be, or just social media in general, you got to be consistent and post a lot. And I found that kind of hard to do with like music that I was producing because I just felt like rushed and I don't know, kind of the whole like quality over quantity. And so I found it very like just really easy to make like mashups on TikTok and to post those. So I started posting that a lot, and that's kind of why I think I took this route instead, because I got like a lot more popularity for what I was doing.
Yeah. If you could produce any artist out there, make an album with, who would be that? Past or present?
Dang, I don't know. I feel like now probably just one of the rappers that I mentioned, like Future, Young Thug, Playboi Carti, just Yeet. I don't know. I would love to. I don't know. I really haven't been making beats like how I used to, but that's something that I've been trying to get back into, and even just like making like remixes to songs. That's another avenue that I've discovered, especially as a DJ, just since it's so like popular right now for people to be DJs. You really got to find different avenues to separate yourself from other people, and one of the ways that people do that now is through production and through making your own remixes. And so that's kind of where I'm like connecting those two, and just really trying to focus on that now too.
And you said like you try to separate yourself from from other DJs and be unique in your own way.
Yeah.
How difficult is that in this field, in your field? Because, like you said, it's people are not there for like the DJs per se, but just the music, right? So you got to like make it unique. So how do you do that?
Yeah, that can be hard, especially when you play like um, just like top 40, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like all the same stuff pretty much. Um, but I think a lot of it just has to do with like my, I don't know, I know what the Gen Zers like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, especially like when I'm at Motiv and school's in session and stuff. Like I play a lot of the stuff that I think just a lot of, there's just a disconnect between generations. And mm, like I said, I try to experiment with new stuff. So just playing stuff that I know is popular, like
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok, whatever, on social media. Like
Yeah.
I try to incorporate all that just so that people are having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then I think besides that, I don't know. It's really different because when I'm DJing in person, like the music that I'm playing is different than when I do on my TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So on my TikTok, I feel like I'm separated from other DJs because of the type of music that I play, which is underground trap music. Um, so yeah, I think that separates me because there's not really many DJs that that's their main focus
Mm-hmm.
and that they go live, like
Mm-hmm.
live doing that. So
Yeah. You mentioned like there's the disconnect in generations, right?
yeah,
Um, and there's a lot of videos and shorts and TikToks, I'm sure, of like um, this new generation, right? Like playing a song and they're vibing, and then I don't know if you've seen it, like where like the millennials all like they sampled it from here, and then like the boomers all like, or the generation before, like no, they sampled it from here, so it's like music is being sampled, and not a lot of people know that this song was taken from this song and this song was taken from this song, right? And they're all just kind of intertwined with each other. Um, as a DJ, and you're learning, right, as you go, like discovering this from different music.
yeah.
Has there been like a mind blowing moment where like you're listening to a song because like your generation has heard it and they're vibing, and then you find out that it was taken from like a different song, and then that was sampled from something else? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I sometimes I'll just be listening to music, and my dad will do that. He'll be like, "Oh, this is sampled from this song," and
uh-huh.
he just like knows. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, um, how like vast like his knowledge of music is, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And that's just kind of like what I try to do too. Is I don't know. I try to know even just music from other generations and stuff. Like this past weekend, I did like an anniversary party,
Mm-hmm.
so I was playing a lot of like 80s, 70s stuff. And even when I was at like Buena Vista, you know, like that's not the normal type of music that
Mm-hmm.
I play, but it's just like having a big music library and being able to appeal to different demographics, you know, age,
Mm-hmm.
race, everything. Like it's all gender, you know, like
Yeah.
it's you got to be aware of who you're playing for, who your audience is,
Mm-hmm.
and just try to appeal to them, you know.
And have you found it difficult at all? Like you just can't like connect, right, with a certain genre or a certain like demographic. You're like,
Yeah.
I just like you're out there because you're doing your gig, but like you just it's hard to connect with it.
Yeah, there's definitely been times where I've been like, or when people like specifically ask for certain genres and stuff, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh man, like I really don't have much of that, you know. But that's just when it's just a learning experience,
Mm-hmm.
and I go back and do research into that music and try to just continue to grow my library so that I
Mm-hmm.
can be like better prepared
Mm-hmm.
for next time.
Yeah. And you had mentioned your dad, your family, right? How has that also kind of like helped you? Like you said, like your dad brings up like different music and all that from his generation. Um, but how has that kind of like given you an edge in also separating you from, let's say, another DJ that maybe doesn't have like a music background?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I kind of feel like I just have it like in my blood, you know?
Yeah.
like I don't know. I really feel like I've just been surrounded by it like my whole life, and I you know, I still feel very supported by my family. Um and yeah, I I don't know if you've seen like my TikTok, but I go live like through in my dad's old studio that he built like in the back of our house. So he's like pretty much let me have that whole space now, and it just has like walls of his records and stuff and like all his old equipment. So I really just spend a lot of time in there, and that's just, I don't know, I'm just always surrounded by it, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I think just my upbringing in general and just being surrounded by music is, I've just always been super drawn to it, and that's just where my passion is.
Yeah, yeah. And where do you see it going, taking you? Because it seems like you said the last couple of years you've taken it serious, and it's become, or is it your career?
It's no, not yet.
Not yet?
I'm not able to like completely, you know, provide for myself with it just yet. But yeah, that is like the end goal, you know. Like I don't know. I do love playing like in clubs and stuff. But I think my ultimate goal is like to really be involved in like the hip hop scene. Whether that be through production, DJing, hopefully both. And then I really have been getting into like EDM and stuff. And like I said, I've been going to like so many DJ sets with my friends. And I don't know, there's just so many different avenues that are so exciting to me that it's hard to pick one thing and it's hard to say exactly. And I also feel like doing that is kind of like limiting myself to different possibilities of where I could go, you know? So I really just try to stay open to anything, and any opportunities that like present themselves, I usually just agree, you know, because I just want to be open and see where different opportunities take me.
Have you worked with any like artists in the area, or any avenues related to like music?
Yeah.
Because I'll give you an example. One local DJ here in Watsonville. I'm gonna get you on here too. So DJ Pumbaa, have you heard of him?
I'm not sure.
He was born and raised here. He was here, a local guy, and then he moved to LA. So he started networking and doing all that stuff, and then he ended up connecting with Snow the Product.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So now he's her DJ.
Oh, actually.
Yeah. So he produces her stuff, and he goes on tour with her and all that. So like, just kind of networking with different people. Yeah.
Yeah. That's honestly always been like a dream of mine too, is to either like go on tour with an artist or just be like a opening DJ for different, I don't know. 'Cause when I was like, I used to go to a lot of rap shows and stuff, and I would always see, you know, they always have a DJ like warming up and I want to do that. And even like, I don't know, like rap festivals and stuff. I think I would be really good at all that.
Have you done any smaller festivals like, like anything small? Not yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yes,
Not yet.
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. No, yeah. So that's cool. That's cool. And I'm everyone knows, right, with the journey, right? There's a lot of moving parts and everything. What's been a difficult part of this journey, this DJ journey that you've gone through?
So in 2022, I lost my mom to cancer, and she was very like, you know, like I said, obviously a really big like influence, and so that was kind of, I don't know, I would say like that was like the turning point to where I was like decided that I really wanted to do this, you know, because I don't know, tomorrow is never promised, so I just want to like live every day doing what I love.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And I'm sorry for your loss. And
thank you.
That's great that you look at it that way.
Yeah.
Right. And even though something like that happened to you, it seems like you've turned, like you say, you turn it around and let it fuel you and motivate you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You
like,
know?
Yeah, I don't know, there's really a lot that goes into this, you know, that I feel like people don't see, like just behind closed doors, you know, like there's so much work, a lot of like I said, anxiety, like leading
Uh-huh.
up to stuff that sometimes I'm like, why do I even do this? You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
why do I put myself through this? But honestly, that's why,
Mm.
I want to like honor her and just do everything I can to, like follow my passions and
Yeah. No,
enjoy it. And
yeah, no,
it's
that's
been going
awesome.
well, and I really do have a lot of fun doing it. So
Yeah. It seems like it's a lot of fun.
it's a lot of
And
fun.
even like I said, even like this the event, the pop-up event that I was part of, and you first, had your set there, like I said, I was vibing the entire time.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big clubber anymore.
Yeah, no,
uh
it's a
but
lot. It's a lot going out to the club, and
hmm
that's what I tell my friends all the time. I'm like, you guys don't got to go to every single set, like if you don't want to. Like
hmm
it can be really like that's another thing is it's exhausting. Like
hmm
I spent like yesterday just chilling in my room because I had a gig Friday night and then Saturday too, and I was just so tired.
hmm
But I don't know, and this is like I'm not gonna get any younger, so I'm like I
hmm
gotta. This is the time to
yeah. So I'm gonna have to make a trip over to Motiv
Oh yeah.
and check it out. Gosh, I haven't stepped foot in there in like, shoot, I can't remember. I'm not that old, okay? I'm just saying. I don't go out there too often. Uh, but and like you said, like you're kind of just like it's a lot. It takes a lot because I mean you're out there from what's like the prime peak of the night that
Mm.
it just gets going.
I would say I don't know. So I usually start at around like 9:30, and
Mm-hmm.
then they close at 1:30. Probably around like 10:30. They say that I like get people in there pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
So like 10:30, I say people start showing up, but probably 11:30 is like the peak when it's like 11:30 or midnight,
Mm-hmm.
when it's just like packed in there.
Yeah.
And then from like midnight to 1:30, it's just it maintains, um, or like people start. I don't know, because people don't really leave at that point.
Yeah.
There's not
Yeah.
really anywhere else. Like,
Yeah.
because throughout the night, people are like downtown or like checking out different spots. But once everybody's in there at like 11:30, like
Mm-hmm.
people stay and
Yeah.
it gets really packed. And that's just when the energy it's lit,
Yeah. The
like,
best.
yeah.
Is there such thing as being there too early?
Like,
Like you start your set like at 9:30, right? Like you're there
yeah.
like at 9:45.
I mean, it'll definitely be like empty,
Uh-huh.
but some people like it. Like sometimes it's a vibe, like, I don't know, just being there with your friends, like having the whole dance floor to yourself, and because honestly, like it can be pretty brutal when it's packed. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just super, you can't move. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
hot in there. Everyone's tired. Everyone's like
Yeah.
really drunk at that point. Like, so it can be a lot. So if it just depends on your vibe. If that's your
Mm-hmm.
vibe to get there early and just hang out, have a few drinks with your friends, and
Mm-hmm.
just like a more chilled. And some people like to do that, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's fun. It's fun the whole time for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Well, one thing, we talked about kind of like separating yourself from other DJs and stuff. Is there like a bit of like a competition, like with other DJs, right? You know.
I don't know if I would say competition, but I will say that like I try to be the best at like what I do,
Mm-hmm.
like in everything. Like on TikTok. On TikTok, I feel like I like there's not really many other DJs that like at least play that type of music that I do and
Mm-hmm.
like make the same content and stuff. Um, and then for clubs, it's just I don't know, it's just a little bit different. Like I said, everybody's playing like a lot of the same music, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I'm so driven by the desire to be like better than other
Mm-hmm.
DJs as much as I am to just cultivate a fun experience for people
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
So that's definitely my main focus. But
Because sometimes, like, as the consumer, right? Like, we know, oh, this is a good DJ. This guy, every time I go, he's like, so, like,
yeah.
do you get that reception? Like, do people tell you, like, or do you get that feel at all? Because I'll give you an example. So, like, I was at a conference over the summer, and the DJ that the conference had, we had like a gala event, and he played some he was vibing. Like out of the entire set, the entire time, I'd say I'd give him like a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay,
You
okay.
know, but that's me, because like there was moments where like, dude, this is like it's going. All of a sudden, like 3-4 songs go and it's just dead. I'm like, bro, what are you playing? Like this is
Yeah.
not the, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess in that way, we could tell if a DJ is good or not, because sometimes you want that consistency throughout
Yeah.
the event. So do you get that feel, or do people kind of like tell you like, hey, you're the best, or like, you know, how do you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, all my like I don't know, I always have friends and family that show out, and just people that have like heard of me through their friends, or but yeah, people always tell me that. Um I don't know, it's hard. It's hard for me to
Mm-hmm.
like, I guess sometimes after a set I'm just like, okay, that was good. And then people will come up to me and be like, "Oh my god, that was the best set I've ever seen. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're the best DJ, you know." And I'm like, "Okay." Like I don't know, it's just different to me. Like I just yeah, I don't know, but I do like yeah, people tell me that a lot
Mm-hmm.
that I'm really good, and I've definitely gotten a lot of good feedback from just the nights that I've played over there. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, yeah, pretty much most of the clubs that I've been to, it's been good. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm very confident in myself now, and that's a big reason because of all
Yeah.
the positive reception that I've gotten from people. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Nice. If you could play at any club, what would be like your dream place to play at,
man, any
or
club.
event?
I don't know, maybe like somewhere in Vegas or something.
Uh huh.
I've been there once, but it was really fun. But yeah, like I said, like a festival or something. I think that would be probably like Rolling Loud or something. I think
Mm-hmm.
that would be really cool.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like I said, it goes back to like two different avenues. You know,
Yeah.
one is like hip hop focus, and then the other one is just being a club DJ.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would love to play in San Francisco too. Yeah, everywhere. I don't know. There's not really like one specific that
Mm-hmm.
I can think of.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So, anyone that needs a DJ for a festival, look no further. You got
hit me
DJ
up.
Sardine right here.
That's
Right.
right.
This is community right here. Born, raised in Watsonville. Born,
That's right.
like get on it. And I know people that are following me, are always asking for a DJ. It's like, hey, where can I find DJ? Well,
Right here.
right
Yep, I
here.
do. I do house parties,
Mm-hmm.
anything. Let me know.
Birthday
I'm mobile.
parties. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you guys heard it here. Okay. um. So because it's kind of not so much as a fast paced life, but like more like because they're at night, right? You go long hours. So what do you do to like decompress, shut down,
Yeah,
recharge?
that's definitely something that I've been like developing
Mm-hmm.
as time has gone on, because when I first started, like it was just super, like I said, I was just super anxious all day, and like
Mm-hmm.
the anticipation was just awful, cuz I don't know, it's like when you start like when you have work and you have like a late shift and you can't
Mm-hmm.
do anything like the whole day because everything's just like leading up to that.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how it felt, cuz it doesn't start until like dark.
Yeah.
But now I just try to keep myself busy during the day, and try to just really try to take care of my health in every single way,
Mm-hmm.
like eating well, working out, just maybe like doing some meditation or something, just
Mm-hmm.
trying to get in the right like state of mind, and
Yeah.
just trying to not to overthink things, because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it is like a mental thing too. And I think my energy really translates, like if I'm super nervous or if I'm just having an off day, I just feel like people can tell.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to like just do my best to get in the right state of mind, and just to really have fun myself. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's really important for me too, because like I said, people are like looking at the DJ, and
Mm-hmm.
I think when I go to see other DJs and they're just kind of like standing there like not really doing anything, or like super timid, super like I don't know, I feel like I read off of that energy,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's something that I try to be mindful of when I'm playing. And I just try to like look like I'm having fun too, and I feel like other people pick up on that.
Yeah.
So that's something that I really try to focus on.
Yeah, because I've noticed that with DJ sets and people, it's like they get into it, right, and the crowd feeds into it and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Gosh, are there a lot? I don't know, because I don't think I've ever seen a DJ that's just kind of like there just playing around. You know,
Yeah.
they're active in movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's usually what you want.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I'd be able to do that. Like, vibing, like, let's go. I'd be like, just push play and let the playlist play through. So, yeah. So just taking care of yourself, right? That's awesome. What do you do? What's your day job? I guess you could say.
I work at an after school program,
Uh-huh.
so I work with third graders. I got a class of third graders that I watch. But yeah, that's another thing that's been very like fulfilling in my life. It's just being around them, because they're such good energy, super positive and just super fun to be around.
Yeah.
And also like when I do have a set and I go to work, it just takes my mind off of that, because then I got to be present with the kids, so I'm not worrying about what's going on later. So I think that's definitely helpful too. Like I said, just being busy during the day.
Yeah. You give them a little set yourself. You can put some music on. It's like, hey, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Nah, they're like finding out I'm a DJ, and so they all wanna see me play. So maybe we can set something up for the kids or something.
Play some. I don't know what are the kids into nowadays.
Baby Shark, all that.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Well, shoot, some kids are even into like the modern, like top 40 stuff. Like how do you know that song?
Yeah.
Oh, my mom plays it, my dad plays it. Okay.
Yeah. No, a lot of them know like everything. So
Yeah, it's like, that's not a kid's song. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
To each their own. Parents, I don't know.
Hey, I can't say anything because that was me when I was a kid. Yeah.
And that's how you get exposed early.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
How
You got to start them young.
Yeah. Kids. What would be your advice
For people.
for people? We at the end of when we have the conversation here, I always ask people, like, what's your advice? What is, if you want people to take away from you and learn something from you? It could be the DJ thing, it could be just a life thing, or just any words of wisdom, piece of advice that you leave people with. What would it be?
Yeah, people always ask me like how they get into what I'm doing, and there's really no like one way, like there's no set. It's just different for everybody. But I think ultimately, if you're following your highest passion, like at every moment, then everything else kind of just falls into place.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's kind of what I've been focused on, especially recently, is just if something excites me, if something sounds fun, and I really like do this because I love it, like I said, like the money is just like it's just a side thing, like it's not my main focus. And if that is your main focus, that's fine. I think, like I said, everybody has different routes, but that's just not mine. Like I do it because I genuinely love it, and I love to, I love music. I love to cultivate like experiences for people, and I love to see people have fun, and to know that I can bring that to people and help people have a good time is just really fulfilling. And so yeah, like I said, I really just follow what excites me and what I'm passionate about, and I feel like everything else has just kind of fallen into place. And yeah, I feel like I don't know, I know that I really believe in like myself, and that I can accomplish like anything that I want to. And yeah, I guess time will tell, but that's what I'm working towards right now, and I think it'll all fall into place exactly how it needs to. And there's been a lot of like setbacks or a lot of moments where that can be discouraging, but you just got to remember that it's all part of the plan, know.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys heard it here first. So like in like 5 years, maybe even next year, or who knows, maybe like in a month or two,
you never know.
She's out there and headlining Vegas. You guys heard it here. First
Yeah, heard
podcast,
it here
DJ
first.
Sardine. And one last thing, because you had mentioned like the ATL trap kind of music is your go-to. You ever taken a trip out there? You're planning on taking a trip
No,
out there?
I've never been over there, but I really want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Have you?
I have not, but I have a plan on like possibly going, because I'm a sports guy myself.
I was gonna say, isn't that?
You know what? Perfect fit. I totally forgot I was wearing an Atlanta Falcons jersey, but hey, perfect.
Nice.
It
You
was-
knew.
Yeah, it's just like I knew, right? But that's the plan, to go to a game out there, but also for that same reason, right? Because
Yeah.
you want to experience like that culture out there. And I hear
Yeah.
it's like it's rich out there with hip hop and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost-
Yeah, I've wanted to move to like either LA or I don't know, just somewhere with the like I love it here, but
Mhm.
the music scene isn't really that
Yeah.
extravagant. But yeah, I would love to like move somewhere with just in a city where with a lot of other people that I could connect with, and I think
Mhm.
that's something that that's another thing that was hard for me at first was networking, and I would say that's really important too.
Mhm.
Just building connections with other people and like putting yourself out there because that's really how you get a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've always been like really shy. So doing that was definitely like I don't know, it wasn't easy for me, but
Yeah.
it's paid off. And so I hope to continue doing that for sure.
Well, and like you said, this is like your first podcast,
Yeah.
so I know you're very shy about it.
Yeah.
But hopefully this helps you out too.
Yeah,
People
no.
get to know who you are and get hired for events and
Book me.
festivals. Book
Look
her.
me up.
Where can people find you?
You can follow me on Instagram, sardine.wave, TikTok, Amazing Sardine. Check me out. You can email me, dddjsardine@gmail.com. Let's see what else. I got YouTube, SoundCloud, DJ Sardine. Got some mixes on there. Yeah, check me out. I'm everywhere.
Yeah, there you go. And pretty soon, across the country, global.
Yeah, big.
Hey, shoot. You know what? Shoot for the stars.
That's right.
Don't be surprised if you land on the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Book me now because prices are going up.
There you go. And go check her out. When's your next gig?
Friday.
Friday?
I will be at Motiv. Yeah.
Okay. So this episode is going to be released next week. So if you
Okay.
listen to it, it's the week of. But
But I play every fourth Friday at Motiv. So every fourth Friday of the month, I'll be there. So check me out.
There
one
you
of those
go.
Nights.
There you go, guys. DJ Sardine. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and I'm excited for this and excited to see where you're going to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
and
thank
so,
you.
yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for checking out this episode, DJ Sardine. Check her out. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless. See y'all later.
Later.